Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. So today we are doing something special. We are going to be doing Floyd from Mortal Kombat. Now, I personally don't know a whole ton about this character. However, me and Dynasty were talking and I have been seeing a lot of hype about this character, and we decided that we are going to do a Floyd character. And I don't know about you, but I'm super excited. Look at how gorgeous this character is. I cannot wait for you guys to see the entire process of this. And I'm super excited. So without further ado, why don't we just get into it? All right, let's go. First thing we're going to do is we're going to throw that file into ChatUbox Pro. We're going to hollow it at 220. We're going to use medium to light supports. We're going to make sure everything fits, and we're going to make it all beautiful. Yes, I know I look weird chewing gum. I don't know why I decided to add my face in this time, but I did. Now we have a beautiful time lapse of all of the models that we used. This model, if you could tell, it was printed with a sword on, so I actually had to sand off the sword. And once we get the Saturn 16K Ultra, it's gonna look so much better. This one was a big one. There was a lot of build plates. So the next thing we're going to do is take our scraper and we're going to get that off the build plate, wipe the build plate down with paper towel. And I'm going to use paper towel to take off the supports just so I don't hurt myself, because these ones for some reason were really hard to get off. And now we're going to wash our beautiful model in 99% IPA alcohol, cure for 2 minutes while we're sanding and buffing. We're using an 80/80 buffer, and we're using a 120/160. This is actually where I kind of poisoned myself because I was so close to 99 IPA alcohol for so long. Now, I don't know about you, but I want to get to the good part. There we go. Now it's time for some paints. Is the video corrupted? When I saw this never before seen quote unquote wink wink figure being out in the open and blowing up all of a sudden, I knew this was my perfect opportunity to showcase my talents and my abilities. And so I took an older model of Sub-Zero Scorpion and I edited it to add what Floyd would have. Like for example, I shaved off the swords that he had, I replaced the head, did all that fun jazz. But I am super, super happy that I was able to be the very first one ever to make a Floyd statue. So one of my all-time favorite things to do with almost every single figure is the base. I love the creative control I usually get, and I love to add on little things. In this case, I added on 2 scorpions, I added on some moss, some leaves. I really went kind of crazy with it. I added extra skulls and stuff like that because I really like that it brings it together. Doing these 3D models is such a trust the process sort of thing, and there's been so many times where someone would be like, oh, you know what, this doesn't look right, and it's like, just wait, let Lynx cook. But it always ends up being tied together by the end, and I always get blown away by the results of my own doing. So this figure was actually difficult for a multitude of reasons. One being pink is a very hard color to get without showing the brush strokes. And I had to do a few layers more than I normally would just to get that nice opaque color. Floyd also doesn't have a lot of reference pictures, so sometimes I was kind of doing one color and then I would see another picture and then change the color. So that kind of didn't help at all. Overall, I would say this is a really fun statue that I've done, and it was so fun to see the process looking back. I'm glad it was over. I painted for 10 hours straight, at least, in one go, and then I slept for 4 hours, and then I woke up and finished the final standing in 2 hours. So it's pretty crazy. You had to be there to see it. Shout out to Sunshine Granny who gifted me this spinning base. It helped with doing this figure a lot. This was also my very first time using that timer, and I didn't know that it only went up to 99 minutes. So I had to restart it quite a few times, and it was actually really annoying, and I don't even know why I kept it on. And in case anyone is wondering, I am using a mixture of Vallejo paints and Army War paints, as well as mainly AK paints for the brighter pink colors. So normally I don't glue the statues together at all. I let the customer do it when they arrive. However, in this case, I could not take before pictures, which were really important to this figure, without gluing it together. So I will be taking triple precaution when shipping due to the fact that I had to assemble the arms to the top. At this point, it was actually 4 or 5 or 6, I don't know, in the morning. And I just said, screw it, I'm not gonna get it finished tonight. I'm too tired. I fell asleep earlier, so I was like, whatever. We're gonna do this in the morning, and thank God for that, because it made paying attention to the finer details way easier once I woke up. Here's me telling my chat, hey, listen, I'm sorry, I'm a failure. I can't do this in one go. It was a good 10-hour run, but we're gonna have to finish this another time because I am dying. And here we go. It is a new day. I went straight into it with that golden base or golden trim around the base. I really wanted to add that gold to make it pop, because the only other gold thing was the gold chain on there, which we gave like a rustic old look, and I just really wanted it to pop. So to make that blood dripping effect, we are using a hot glue gun, and to do the Pink Floyd logo, we actually cut it out of paper, and then we took some paint along the edges to get rid of that white harsh line, and then we resin sealed it into the base. I think we did a great job. Tons and tons and tons of detailing went into this figure. Although it may look simple, it was way more complex than what meets the eye. But I absolutely loved it, and I can't wait to do more figures like this soon. And there's the before. And here is the after. I just love that backdrop. I just wanted to sit next to you and talk to the chat and say hello. Awesome? Awesome? No? Do it yourself.